We are recording. Okay, so hi everyone. Hi everyone, thank you for being online today for the Gen Y call. As we always say, the Gen Y call is supposed to be for people 35 and under, but we don't really care, even because real age is what you feel like, right? So we don't care about that. So today, Tasha and I are about to talk a little bit about what we do, about our products, the lifestyle that we have started, like a couple of years ago for Tasha and 1 year ago for me, and about what we do, our business. So quickly introduction about myself. I'm about to say something that I haven't really shared before. So my past is I was sick with eating disorders for 9 years. So I was anorexic and I was bulimic. It's something that I usually don't really share, but I figured out it's something that can help someone else. So why not? That's all about that. That's what we do. So we try to help other people who can be in our same situation. So I really want to put out there what my story is. So I got sick when I was 14. I always had a very difficult relationship with food, and I was anorexic, and then I became bulimic. I recovered when I was 23, so it's been some years already. But I have to say also, after recovering, my relationship with food was never really peaceful. Let's say we try to become friends, but it's not something that was ever really easy for me. I started working out. I started living a healthy lifestyle, trying to eat healthy, trying to do conscious choices about food. But I would say I never really felt like food was nourishing me. It was something I needed, but it was something I hated at the same time. I was just trying to be as healthy as I could. But I have to say, when I got to know Juice Plus about 1 year ago, that was a change that I didn't expect for me. I started taking Juice Plus because of my skin. So basically, I'm a makeup artist. When I moved here to the US, my skin got so much worse, and I felt like I really needed to do something about it. I didn't really think I would have any other result with the products, because I thought I couldn't be any healthier than that. So I started for my skin, and I had the results I wanted to have because my skin got so much better. What I didn't expect was all the rest. So used to suffer with bad migraines that I don't have anymore, and that was like life-changing to me. But especially, I started having a different relationship with food, because when I started taking Juice Plus, really also my mental focus switched from how I look to taking care of my body from inside out. And it's something I was never really conscious about. So now I know that real food can make me feel better, can make my body work better. And that was really such a huge switch for me. So I just wanted to say this about my story, because I think that's something that we don't really realize most of the time, about how food, how our nutrition, about what we actually put into our system can change so many more things than what we expect. And that was really powerful to me. And that's also why I decided to start the business. I don't know if Tasha wants to speak a little bit about the products, or Tasha, do you want?
Hi, yes. Yeah, I'll go into products, and do you want to do the business?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Okay, so very warm welcome to everybody on the call. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be with us on this wonderful Wednesday evening, wherever around the world. I love this call. It's one of my favorites that I do in the week, and it's something that I started. And when I started, I thought, you know what, I really want to have somebody that's of the same energy as me, somebody that really is passionate. And I didn't realize how similar me and Sylvia were. And it's quite funny because I'm very good friends. My soul sister, best friend, is actually Sylvia's upline. And, you know, she's my absolute, you know, sometimes you meet people in this life and you're like, wow, I was always supposed to know you. This is exactly how it is for me and my friend Belle, who's a wonderful woman. And she, you know, told me about Sylvia when I was going to New York, and me and Sylvia met up and we went and worked out and had a coffee. And I don't think I realized then how I was really always supposed to hang out with this girl, right? So basically, my story is, you know, obviously this call, it's not just mine and Sylvia's call, as much as I'm so glad I get to do it with her. It's everybody's call. Like, so yes, we focus it on a Gen Y, and yes, it's about kind of the Gen Y generation, on how we're kind of the future, and how we're changing things and we're challenging perceptions and we're making things move forward. But also, you know, and I love the fact that we have people that are not in that generation too, because I know that, like, we're inspiring them, that if we can do it, then why can't they? Like, they probably know more than us, and they're probably wiser than, and have a bit more brains maybe too. So for me, this call is really about showing everybody and anybody that you can have anything you want, you can do anything you want, you just quite frankly have to get off your ass and do it, right? So what I really want to say, I feel like I'm being really loud, but oh well, I have my first live event in London on Saturday, and I'm cacking my pants, which if you're not from England, that means I'm pooing it. Not literally, but this is good practice, I suppose. So for me, my story started, I actually have something not similar to Sylvia, but body image is something I'm very recently have struggled with. So it's quite deep and very raw, and I'll try not to talk about too much because I might cry. But basically, so my story is that I was diagnosed with scoliosis when I was 16. So my back is curvy, it's like this. And I got told that I'd never be able to run in the future and never be able to go on a trampoline. So I didn't exercise for 2.5 years. And then I started, I started the Juice Plus products about 2.5 years ago, because my mum had hounded me for years trying and get me on the products. And I was like, no, it's crap all the time. And then eventually my ex-boyfriend now, but we were together at the time, and he was very sick because of things in his life. And, you know, I said, look, if you take it, like, if I take it, will you take it? And he said, yeah. So, you know, sometimes we do things for the sake of other people, not really ourselves. And that's how I started taking the products. And laughing at the beetroot on my hands. Look, I've murdered someone. No, I'm kidding. So for me, I started taking the products, and after 3 weeks, IBS is irritable bowel syndrome. And for me, it really calmed down. I used to have diarrhea or constipation every day. And it really helped me. The second thing it really did for me that changed my life, I mean, it's changed my life a million times since then, but the two biggest things, one was IBS, and two was I sleep through the night now, every night. I used to wake up 3 nights a week in pain. You know, I used to ache every morning, ache every night. And at 21 years old, should I really be having the back of a 75-year-old woman? The answer, quite frankly, is no. So I actually, you know, then became an ambassador for the company because it was so natural to me. I just wanted to share this with all my friends. I just wanted to help my friends that were worse off than me in health. Like, I was like Sylvia, I thought I was really healthy because I cooked my own mashed potato every once in a while. So I thought I was really healthy, but actually it goes a lot further than that. It goes a lot further than just cooking your own food. So most recently, I suppose my story, which is why I don't really want to talk about it too much because I want to share the products with you. But most recently, I actually went to Milan, and I do modeling, that's my other career, and I basically had to lose a lot of weight for the industry, and I went through some really dark challenges, and I got really mentally challenged, and my mind got taken to places that I've quite frankly never been before. And I am a very mentally strong person. I have very you know, I built this mind up. I wasn't always like this, but I have built this up in myself. I have, you know, I'm very proud to say that I've turned into someone that is very positive, and people look at me and they go, oh, wow, you take a positive spin on everything you do. And I've built myself up like that, and it's due to the people I have in this business around me. But what happened to me in Milan really took me to places I never thought I'd go with my mind, and I never thought I would think those things about myself. And every day I still have to check in on myself, and every day I have to control those thoughts, you know. And I say this with my mum on the line, which I really don't want to say because it's my mum, but I don't have her on the screen, so I can't see her. But you know, I have to check in with myself, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but maybe 3 times a week I think, oh, what if you don't eat? Like, I think that sometimes. I go, what if you don't eat? Like, maybe you'll lose weight. What if you don't eat? And it makes me laugh thinking about it. And I think, oh my God, don't think that. Why are you saying that? But I'll never forget the things that those people said to me in Milan. And if I'd have not had Juice Plus as a product to help me nutritionally get through that time where I was losing a lot of weight very quickly, if I'd have not had the Juice Plus product, honestly, I don't know where I would be if I'd have not had the Juice Plus business, the team of people I have around me, like support me and be motivational and positive. And they didn't even know it because I didn't tell them what was going on in my life. If I'd have not had that support, that network of people, then oh my God, I think I would have had a nervous breakdown a long time ago. And you know, we have anorexia and bulimia runs in our family, and it's been something that's been on my family's minds forever. And I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be the one that's sick. I don't want that for my life, and I know my family don't want it for me too, right? So, if anything, I'm very grateful for what happened to me in Milan, because what has happened off the back of it, I have come back to England and my business has gone through the roof. I actually just went through a breakup and had to move house too. So, you know, anything is possible, guys. But, you know, my business has gone through the roof because I recognized that I have got to get out there and help these people. And that's why I didn't even know Sylvia's story. And she shared a little bit last week. And I said, you know, I really think you got to share this with people. Like, I really think we could turn this Wednesday night call into something that really talks about body image and having a positive body image and how we can share our challenges, because it's not about feeling sorry for yourself. It's about how you can use your challenges in your life to inspire people around you, right? So for me, when I talk about the Juice Plus products, now I talk about them in a totally different way, because they saved my life not only just once, you know, they changed my back. I ran a half marathon. I always miss the main part of my story. I ran a half marathon after being told never to run. You know, and I train 6 days a week, and I love training. I love running. I love being active. And if I didn't have this product, I don't know where I would be without it. I honestly don't know. So for me, the Juice Plus product, when you know, you can obviously sell, I love the Juice Plus product. And for me, when people ask me what is Juice Plus, which is you know, I'm going to cover a few questions so you can hopefully understand what is Juice Plus. But the first question I have is, you know, Juice Plus, the answer, sorry, is Juice Plus is a whole food, nutritional, plant-based product. It is made from fruits and vegetables. It has nothing but fruits and vegetables in the product. It is just grown on trees in North America. Every fruit and vegetable is picked when it's at its ripest, because that's when it has the most nutrition. It's taken to a Juice Plus farm, and then you're left with, like, imagine 3 big, large containers. I actually have them here. So imagine 3 large containers, and that's what they mix the berries in, the veggies in, and the fruit in. So you mix them all together, and then you leave them to dry at really low temperature. So what you're left with is just the phytonutrients. So you end up with capsules that look like this. Ta-da! This is the first time I presented products with an actual product pot. I'm normally running around town. You end with 6 capsules you take every single day, and if you take them, you'll get 30 different varieties of fruits and vegetables into your body every day. This product is not designed to replace your fruits and vegetables. I mean, I just showed you guys my salad. If you weren't here at the beginning, then you missed out. But like, I've got, like, at least, I don't know, I've just put about maybe 16 different vegetables and fruit, not really fruit, tomatoes are fruit apparently, into different bowls, and I'm going to make these salads. So every day I'm making sure I'm getting lots of fruits and vegetables. Juice Plus is just designed to bridge that gap, because nobody eats even a 5 a day in England. And if you meet somebody that does, then well done to that person is all I'm going to say. But quite frankly, it should be between 10 to 15, because the nutritional value of our food nowadays is just not what it used to be. And look at this celery. Lovely and green. Do you think if it was like a little bit more bent, do you think we'd buy it? Unfortunately not. We live in a superficial world. Like, trust me and Sylvia work in that superficial industry to the extreme. But, you know, most people will only buy fruit and veggie if it's of a certain color and a certain size. And that's just the sad truth. So that always means that they've gone and injected some GMO to the product to make it look better. And also, the amount the world is growing, like, we're living longer. There's so many more humans on the planet than there's ever been in the world. They need to keep up with processed food. They need to keep up with processing food, right? So what do? They make frozen food, which is like full of sugar, full of crap, and it's just going to make you fat. I'm sorry, but it is. Maybe being fat is your thing, but being unhealthy fat should not be your thing. And that is the right way to go about being unhealthy fat. So you want to be eating lots of fruits and vegetables, no matter what your body type is, lots and lots of fruits and vegetables. What I love about Juice Plus is not only is it natural, it's 100% just fruits and vegetables, has no GMOs anywhere near it, because it's totally herbicide and pesticide free. But we're also the most researched product in the world for nutrition, which is amazing, because we have 36 clinical studies in the world, which are peer-reviewed, gold standard, and double-blinded. Not only do we have the science, but we also have this thing where it's called, basically, is 98% bioavailable. which means it goes straight into your bloodstream. It's very different to anything else on the market because it goes straight into your bloodstream and it works with your body. Very different to something like you buy from a pharmacy, because that thing like Boots or Holland & Barrett, unfortunately, they are made in chemical labs. They're made by humans, and we shouldn't be eating things made by humans all the time, right? So in that respect, you just don't know how much nutrition is going into it. And your body is very clever. You would be so surprised how clever your body is. Your body will look at a certain product. Let's say you take something like Barocca, which is like an orange fizzy thing, like a drink. You take it and you go to the toilet and your wee is bright orange. And you're like, oh my God, it must have worked because I just totally urinated all that orange drink. And it's like, actually, no. Like, what that means is Juice Plus, not Juice Plus, oh my God. Juice Plus stays in your body. You won't see that coming out of the toilet. Sorry. But Barocca, in that fact, actually will just take your body and it will just, it will go through your body and it'll go, I don't want it. Because guess what? It's chemicals. So, the other product I'm going to talk about really quickly, which is our universal product, as well as the capsules. We have another range, so we only have about 5 products, and this is, 1 out of 4 products in the complete range. The one I'm going to focus on because it's worldwide, and this is a worldwide call. But we have boosters, which are really good for energy and weight loss. We have bars, which are the same as shakes, just in a bar form because of convenience. And we also have soups if you live in a colder country. Hilarious. But the shakes were made for Olympians 15 years ago. They are plant-based protein. They are GMO free, so it's plant-based soy protein, and it's GMO free soy. Has complex carbohydrates, slow releasing energy, and low GI. So what that means is you can take the product before or after a workout. You can have it if it's a busy mum on the go. You don't eat breakfast. It's an incredible thing to have for breakfast. I actually have about 4 different variations of dairy-free milk that I can have mine with because I love the shakes. And you can have them for weight loss. We'll put you on a weight loss program if that's what you want, but you need to talk to somebody about that and they'll put you on a plan. They don't just leave you on it, which is why I also want to partner with someone like Sylvia, who I'm going to hand over to now. Sylvia, I want to say I'm so proud of you for sharing that story because you really cut me deep and I had to try. I couldn't. Thank you so much for sharing that from the heart and really recognizing that there's so many people out there, especially young women and men that have body image issues that really need to talk and share this with people. So thank you so much, everybody, for listening to me talk at a million miles per hour. Now I'm going to hand over to Sylvia, who's going to switch gears, and then Rebecca, if you can share your story later, that would be fantastic.
Thank you, Tasha. Hi everyone again. So thank you, Tasha, to talk to us about the products, and now I want to tell you a bit more about the business. So as I told you before, I got to know the product about 1 year ago. I actually decided to start the business when I saw the researches on the products, not even after trying them. A friend of mine talked to me about the products, and yeah, I thought I was already the healthiest I could ever be, but I'm a very curious person, so I started looking into the researches, and I was really so impressed by seeing so many clinical researches and use for athletes, Olympic athletes. I'm a lot into working out and fitness, so that really definitely caught my attention. And it also just makes sense. As Tasha said, it's just fruit and vegetables. So I mean, I think every one of us can see how this just makes sense and can improve anyone's nutrition and health. So I thought, hey, this is something that everyone should use, everyone should take, So that's how I decided to start the products and the business. As I was saying, I'm a makeup artist. I used to work for a makeup company. I worked for them for 7 years. I have to say I had a good career in the company. I had a lot of growth and a lot of opportunities. But basically my feeling was that I was growing into a box because I wasn't really deciding what I was going to do with my life. It was always someone else deciding how I could grow, when I could grow, how money I could make, everything. It wasn't really in my control, and I was putting in so much work. I always said that I used to work as it was my business, but it wasn't. So that was so frustrating at the end of the day, and I felt a little bit like a hamster on the wheel. I was doing the same thing over and over again every day, and the main thing is that I felt like I wasn't really making a difference for everyone. I was just leaving to work. I wasn't making my life any better, and I wasn't making anyone else's life any better. So that I was really missing the sense of purpose of doing something useful to other people. And also I couldn't see where I was going in my life. And last year I turned 30. So it was kind of like, hey, okay, what am I doing? Where am I even going? And it was the same as 7 years before. And I was like, this is not going to work. So I definitely need to work on my B plan. And when I got to know about Juice Plus and about the business opportunity, that just sounded amazing to me, because again, I always say it's something I would talk about Juice Plus for free, honestly. So I was doing it when first I saw the results, was talking to all my friends, hey, this is amazing, we have to try it. So when I saw the business opportunity, I was like, yeah, why not? It just makes sense as much as the product. So that's how I started the business. And I started April 1st last year, so it's exactly 1 year ago. And I started to have an extra income. I think every one of us can use a bit more money. Even if you have a good job, it's never really enough, and you're always trying to catch up on bills, and we all know that. So I thought it could be a good chance to have an extra income. Actually, after a couple of months, I realized that the potential of the business was so much bigger, and so my goal switched to quitting my job. And that's what actually happened after 8 months. So December 9th was my last day at my job. And that is amazing to me, because it gave me the opportunity to do what I really want to do. So I'm a makeup artist. I like doing makeup. I didn't want to be a manager as I was being. So that really gave me a chance to express myself and to be myself, not to be what someone else decide I have to be. So now I do Juice Plus, that I don't even call a business or a job, because it's just what I do while I live. Basically, I just share what I'm doing. I share what is giving me so many benefits, and I do it while I live. And on the other side, I can do makeup. I can actually build what I want to do in my life, and I have so much more time to live. I have a husband. We are newlywed, and we finally have time to spend together. I finally have time to spend with friends, and that improved my quality of life so much that it's not even about money. It's just about the time that you can use, the life that you add to your time. So that for me is priceless. I never really talk about the details of the business, even because we are in different countries. So some things are different from country to country, but there are some things that definitely we have in common in every country. So one of the things that I really love about this business is that every one of us is independent. Every one of us has their own business, but we all work as a team. You always have a team to back you up, which is amazing, because it's like you are working for yourself, but you have a whole team to support you. And I think this is what's happening with me and Tasha. We only grow if we uplift other people. So that makes you grow so much as a person, because in like the traditional job, you find yourself like fighting with other people every day, and that makes you so miserable. That's so sad to think. While here, we can really grow as people, and not only in the business, not only business-wise. Also, something that I find really motivating is that all my success is really in my hands. Nobody decides how much success I can have. It's all in my hands. It's all up to my decisions. So that gives you a lot of responsibility on one side, but a lot of freedom on the other side. So we always talk about, we are asked a lot of times if this is a pyramid scheme. So something that I always like to show is how my company used to be, how my old job was. So this is how my old job was. I started here when I was 21, 22, as a sales associate part-time. And in the years after that, really working like crazy, I managed to go up some steps and I became a store manager, I became a trainer, but I knew that I would never get here, honestly. This is the CEO. I met my CEO twice in 7 years. So honestly, I would never get there, even if I worked 200 hours a week. How Juice Plus works is exactly the other way. So we all start here. Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your experience. The only thing that matters is how much you honestly, genuinely want to help other people, and how much effort you want to put into this. So that's all up to you. And we grow all together. We just grow if we help each other, and we all can get here. So that is really what makes me want to get up in the morning. They always say, oh, but you're not working, why are you up at 5:30 in the morning? Because I can't wait to live my day. I can't wait to see how many new people I can help getting healthier, or I can help improving their lives, how the same as happened to me. And this can really help you living the life you want. This was the life I wanted. This was my goal. But this is such an amazing vehicle to live the life you want, to reach your goals. And we all use the same vehicle. We all have the same principles, the same purpose, but our goals are all different. And what's amazing that everyone can reach their goals together. So I really hope that soon I will hear a new stories from some of you guys, because I'm so excited about what next year is holding for us. So I'm really excited to see what your goals are and how you're going to reach them. Thank you, Tasha.
Awesome. Sorry, I'm just making falafel. At the same time, multitasking.
Right.
So I'm just going to hand over to one of our girls in the north of England, who's just going to, she's going to introduce herself. I don't think I need to give her an introduction, to be honest with you. But I just want to say definitely, I suppose quickly, my business story is that, currently I won't go into kind of how I got into it and stuff, but definitely, you've heard how much this business supports me. And how much I really love this business, and that's the one thing and the one reason that keeps me in it more than anything. And you know what, I love the fact that I'm going to be able to say to, I love that I can say to people, yeah, of course I'm a model, and not of course I'm a model, yeah, of course, I get to travel and that's great, but you know what, it doesn't support me financially. It can't, not at the beginning, quite frankly it cannot. So for me, what I love is that I can say to people, my business financially supports me. It wraps around my life. I get to do it when I want, with who I want, and I get to pick who I work with. And I really love that more than anything, I get to help people make the decision. Literally, I get to help people make decisions in their life that they want to make rather than someone else making them for them. I hope that makes sense what I just said. Anyway, I'm going to hand you over to Rebecca, who's going to share with you her product story and also what she really loves about this business. Thank you, Rebecca.
Hello. So I've been on the products and in the business since October. When Tasha first messaged me asking me about the products, I said yes straight away to joining the business at the same time. In terms of how the products have helped me, so generally the main thing they've helped me with is my energy. So I work in an outside job which is quite physically demanding. I work in a cat rescue, which doesn't sound like it's very hard, but I'm lugging bags of litter and everything about, so it's quite physically demanding, so I get quite tired. And through doing that and trying to work out as well, I was always quite tired, so never really doing much apart from, coming home and not really doing anything, which being 23 it's not exactly what you want to do at that age. So since taking the products, my energy levels just shot up. So I do quite a lot of circuits at the gym, and since taking the products, my rounds of how many rounds I can do in a circuit, generally on a day when I just do a circuit, it used to be about 4 or 5 maximum. Now I can do about 8 or 9 rounds in a circuit, which is brilliant because I'm just getting closer and closer to my fitness goals. This year is going to be the year I finally get where I want to be at the end of it. So yeah, the other things what have helped me with my skin. My skin's never been as good as it has been whilst I've been on these products. And obviously it's never going to be perfect. Like, you still get breakouts every now and again, but in terms of what it used to be like, it's amazing how much better it is, which is fantastic. So yeah, in terms of the business side of it, I said yes straight away, mainly because I was going through such a bad time. When Tash first messaged me about it, I was having quite a rough time in work, in my life in general, and I was feeling pretty alone, to be fair, and I was at a very low point in my life. So I said yes straight away, and the support from the team who I've got around me is just amazing. Like, I don't have a lot of friends around me where I am. I live in quite a small area and I don't have many people around me, so just having the support there of the team, even if they're not there face to face, like just having them over social media or these calls, it's my favorite part of my day coming on these, just because I get to see my team and connect with them, and I absolutely love it. In all honesty, this business has saved my life twice, because the first time it dragged me out of my bad time and I got myself back on track. A couple of months into the business, everything kind of went downhill again, and I hit rock bottom to the point where I was starting to consider ending my life, and that was the lowest point I've ever been in my life. And I don't think I'd be here without my team, because I just messaged them on really, really bad days, and I'd just get a quick call from Tasha or message them in my team, and they'd just bring me back out of it. And they've supported me more than people have around me here, to be fair. And yeah, so I have so much to be thankful for this business, and I'll always do it, because I just will. It's just amazing. So yeah, so that's about it from me. I'll hand back to Tasha.
Awesome, Rebecca. Thank you so much for sharing. So thank you, everybody, so much for joining the call. A couple of my favorite questions that I really like asking myself every day, that I think I would be really useful for you in your life, and not just in relation to this call and this team, but in general. So the first question I have is, if not this, then what? If this isn't going to help you be a vehicle that you can use alongside your full-time job, maybe you love your job. I love modeling, even if it is hard. I love it. I love being around that all the time. It is exciting, but it's not going to help me financially get to where I want to as quickly as I want to, whereas this business will. So if this isn't going to help you, on the side of what you do, and this can wrap around your life no matter what you do, whether you're a full-time mum, whether you're someone that works 60 hours a week in an office job, or you're someone whose life changes every day, like mine, where every 6 p.m. I get my schedule for the next day. So if this business, if not this, then what is going to help you create the life of your dreams? The second thing I want to say to you is, if not now, then when? If this isn't going to help you change your life now, then what is? Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait until next week. You just never know when your life is going to get taken from you. I don't want to end it morbidly, but you just don't know. What legacy do you want to leave? And what do you really want people to say about you? Do you really want people to say that you were a go-getter and you went out there and you did whatever it takes to get to where you want to? Or do you want to be remembered as someone else? But whatever you want to be remembered as, for me, I want to be remembered as the girl that I always have that question in my head every day. If not now, then when? If not now, then when? Seriously ask yourself that in life in general, not just in this business, with any of your goals. If you don't have goals, definitely go and write down your goals, because having a vision is so amazing. Like the good book says, without vision, people perish. So thank you so much for joining the call. And we can all go rest our voices now. Please get back to whoever invited you to the call. Hopefully we'll see you next week, and you're more than welcome to bring anybody that you think this could help inspire in some way. Ciao for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.